Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I have a Brad taste in music, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be listening to Queens of the Stone Age, an artist who I've been recommended to listen to for many years now. Everyone's been asking for me to listen to songs for the deaf. No clue what the hell this album is. Also, I have this bullshit EP coming out soon. It's like the Jessica EP. 2 singles are out right now. Jessica, and then this song I dropped yesterday called Broken, which is it's a terrible song. Keep an eye out for that. That's gonna come out eventually. Also, I beat Celeste. Also, shirt. I got a shirt. Buy it down below. It helps out the channel. So, without further ado, let's just go right into this. The first track here is called The Real Song for the Deaf. But actually, I don't know what the fuck this is, because apparently this isn't actually like a part of the album. Is this supposed to be what it sounds like if you're deaf? I like it. I actually don't know why that track's here, where that track's from, but here's what the rating scale is going to be. Today the rating scale is as follows. If I like a song, I'm going to be giving it this smiley ball. If it's mid, shrug. And if it sucks, I'm going to have to give it the big red headphones to represent that I really want to turn this garbage off and I wish I was deaf. Can't hear a thing. Like a safety switch if something's really, really, really bad. Here's what I think is actually track 1. You think I ain't worth $1, but I feel like a millionaire. Clone radio. Clone radio. Again, no clue what the fuck I'm getting into, so seems like it's gonna be pretty low-key, pretty chill so far. It's not over yet. Oh. A lot of people complain because I'll hear the intro to an album, right? And I just immediately know where it's going to go. And I don't like it, you know? I'm like, uh-oh, we're going to have a bit of a rocky road here. But we're not going to have a rocky road here. My brain was going left, and it just yanked me back. Like, I was strapped in that whole song. I love that. I got 0 complaints. I don't know what to do. I just have to go to the next song, because I can't complain. Okay, No One Knows. Next track. This production, man. The sound is so good. I don't... So I'm more familiar with the sound on the first track here, You Think You Ain't Worth $1. It's a lot heavier, it's a lot more immediate, kind of like a metalcore song in a bit. It's got screamed vocals that sounded great and really helped with the energy, and with the lyrics of the first track being so simple, it worked, you know, and for what it was. Now I'm kind of seeing immediately with this track that it's not going in that direction. In fact, it seems more like it's going to start shifting around different styles of rock. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to, you know, I'm mentioning it so I can kind of adjust myself to that. Because this feels like just a funky rock song right here. It's got amazing production. There's something about these riffs that feels so old. Like they sound like fucking old ZZ Top riffs. These drums, holy shit, man. This is pretty amazing.
Buenas tardes.
My 2 years of Spanish ain't doing shit for me. Alright, I just want to see how that transition. Next song is going to be amazing too. In fact, I'm so positive of it. Like, it's rare that I feel like I find an album where it's just like, I start listening and I'm like, you know what? I could just chill out to this. Like, this is good. Like, it's just good rock music, man. The performances are fantastic. There seems to be some sort of theme going on here with the radio, like as if it's music being played on the radio. I'm not sure if there's anything deeper to that, but good God, man. I'm just chill. This is music that's so immediate and like it's so grand and attention grabbing, while also, like I said, it's very limited in its resources. It just has the right shit and it does the right stuff. I cannot complain about this. It's kind of bizarre. I don't know what the fuck to say. So apparently the lyrics deal with drugs, and more drugs and stuff like that. Well, maybe deaf is not actually deaf. Maybe deaf means that they just don't listen. And maybe songs for the deaf is like them saying, hey, motherfucker, we got a message for you and we're going to shove it in your face and you're going to listen now. I journey through the desert of the mind with no hope. I follow, I drift along the ocean. Yeah, this guy's definitely talking about drugs. Kind of translates to the music though. It's got a kind of stoner rock feel to it, and Queens of the Stone Age. The name like that makes you think that Stone Age means something a little bit different with how goddamn stoner that song was. I loved it. I cannot get enough of that. That was awesome. And next song, First It Giveth. First it giveth, then it taketh. So I'm going to imagine that the last song was about drugs. First it giveth, here we go. Now the drugs, they're given. And I'm going to imagine that they're going to taketh away. So here we go. These drums, something so raw about this already. Like, this lead singer's weirdly out of place, but I kind of like it. Kind of reminds me of like Radiohead, Tom York over just a crazy stoner rock track. Bro, fuck what I said earlier about limited resources, man. These guys are they're really packing these tracks with a lot of interesting sounds, for sure. Like, why not? Why not have like a acoustic flamenco kind of guitar, especially since wasn't there like this? Isn't this supposed to be on the Spanish radio too? Wasn't that what that whole skit was about or something? Maybe they based this whole song around the intro thing to the song. Now this part, this is different, right? The riff is completely different here. It's more complex. This is really awesome, man. Holy shit. That was really impressive, especially for a song about drugs, talking about giving and taking. Every song so far has been kind of about drugs, which I like. I like the fact that it's kind of setting the theme for the album. And songs for the deaf, tying in with all this drug use. There's got to be something else to it, and I like that. It's keeping me engaged in that way. But I also think that it works because the music is so good. The riffs are infectious. It's like the production's immaculate. I can't really complain about a single thing I'm hearing. There was like a part in there where I thought it just was a little dull, but like it was like a tiny section in an otherwise amazing track. I'm loving how complete all of these songs feel. Each little thing is like guiding me along on this experience, and it's something that I haven't experienced before. I'm loving this. I'm really loving this. I'm not used to being this chill, just like reviewing something like this, but man, it's just good rock music, man. I always give you guys shit for suggesting me stuff, but you guys who suggested songs for the deaf, you did a good job. This is a great suggestion. You guys know me pretty well. I think this is pretty spot on what I enjoy. Yeah, I guess I gotta listen to you guys' suggestions more. Songs for the dead. Okay, so if I was to guess here, with the theme going on about the drugs, the giving and taking, songs for the dead, I'm guessing is kind of like the Ghost of Christmas Future here. Okay, talking about if you keep doing these drugs, you're not gonna be around anymore. It could be completely different. Song for the dead. Oh, you got the spooky organ. That's how you know. Bro, fuck the spooky organ. Let's get right into this shit, man. Interesting drum patterns, interesting riffs, interesting production. Like, what can go wrong? Bro, it's teasing me. It's teasing me. Son of a bitch, man. Damn. Shit, man. That's like, wow, there is something about that riff that is like just a thick slice of cake right there, man. It is rich. There's so much goddamn flavor to that son of a bitch, man. And you teased me and you rewarded me. That is like that great push and pull in this song. That intro alone, masterpiece. Strongly agree. I don't think I used my smiley ball on the other tracks. I'm chilling so much, I'm forgetting to give smiley ball to everything so far. I've not had a single non-smiley ball. And it doesn't look like it's going to end here with Song for the Dead. This is so good, I'm going back. Oh my god, the bass. Oh, I love it, man. Wow, this guy sounds like he's fucking zombie. Okay, this is the first song that sounds like a bad drug trip. This verse is not that good. Like, the closer I listen to it, the more it just sounds kind of like really cheesy, especially these lyrics. It's late enough to go driving and see what's mine. Life's the study of dying, how to do it right. Sure, the lyrics do mean exactly what they're saying, you know, but it's also like, it's a little much. I could kind of tone back the ridiculousness, in my opinion. I think I would really like it. Like, maybe if he was singing in a way that wasn't so like, rally graveyard singing, we're all gonna die. Longest song so far. Alright, now, see, I already kind of now expect the good production, right? So, like, the production is amazing. It's spotless. I think the playing is great, but I also think that, man, it's just not connecting here at the verses. It's just, like, kind of slipping by me. I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of like the things I don't really like about, you know, other artists I hear, I'm kind of starting to hear here, and it's taking me out of the experience a bit. And yeah, I'm kind of, it's kind of losing me. Good solo. It's great. It's keeping me interested. This moaning part, though, is a little... It might take some time to get adjusted to. What the fuck was that? Okay, so that song seems to be about basically the fast lane, as if the tempo of that song didn't really say it enough for me. That was a song about basically riding and dying. You know, ride or die. It's kind of like both. It's like saying, you know, living life on the edge. Song for the Dead is kind of like saying, like, you know, all this crazy shit might result in death and whatnot, but like, There's a lot of interesting things going on here, lyrically and sonically. It feels like it actually ties together pretty well. I did think that the parts where it did sound like it was doing a fucking, like a boneyard, like scuffed fucking voice, I thought that was a little corny. But besides that, I thought that song was really, really nice. I left it and I felt like I got something. The riff, amazing. Like, just the performances. I could just say the performances so far this album have been spectacular. That's gonna get a smiley ball. I loved way more than I disliked, for sure. Definitely a great track. You know, it's a great rock album. And I'm only, like 5 tracks into this thing? Next song, The Sky Is Fallin. The Sky Is Falling. Alright, well, this definitely does sound like the sky falling immediately. I'll give it points for that. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna make a sorrowful track about the sky falling and the giveth finally being taketh, right? I mean, why not? Why not have a song that starts like this? It gets me into the mood so I don't have to be, like, surprised by a mood change. So it kind of seems like immediately, it feels like a crash after the high. Whoever is playing these riffs, man, whoever is deciding to play these notes, these riffs with this amazing of a sounding guitar, plug in fucking whatever, man, like, God bless you, man. Every riff so far on this album not only sound amazing, but differ enough to where I don't get deja vu. Like, this sounds like demonic, stacked on top of itself. Fuck is this, man? The singing is so, like, different from the actual song. It actually doesn't even sound like it was recorded in the same session. It's so weirdly clean, and, like, the words just pop out like nothing. It's like the opposite of shoegaze. And luckily for what he's saying on this track, I really like it. I think that it's very poetic and interestingly worded to where it keeps me engaged. The riffs are just so much heavier than everything. It's like he's singing as if it's a fucking Beatles song, and these riffs are just like crushing away. I don't know if that means anything, but that's how it feels. Like the singing like this in sorrow and like heavenly sorrow almost. This is really cool. Whatever the fuck is happening right here is good. Some albums just sound terrible on speakers. This song was made to be played out loud, man. It was mixed, it was designed, it deserves to be played on some loudspeakers, man.
DL, Curdle 109. We spoil music for everyone. Shut up, you little brat.
What the fuck? I really don't understand these skits. Alright, before we get into 6-Shooter, that song, Smiley Ball, for sure, Smiley Ball. I think the song went on a little long, but it did capture me. I also think that these skits, even though I don't really get them that much, I don't really, like, understand them fully, they do add to the personality of these tracks, for sure. 6-Shooter, next song. Track 6, 6-Shooter. No. What the hell am I listening to? Jesus Christ, man, calm down. That was a song being played on the radio, and they were mocking bands who are like that. That's my assumption of what that is. That seemed like a literal parody song on this album. A minute long, over the top, really over, just ridiculous. I don't even know what the fuck I just heard. It was like hyper violent, completely... what the hell was that? What the actual fuck was that? And why is it here? I don't know. I didn't really like it. No, not that much. Thought it just kind of spooked me, and I was like, okay, all right, that's the gimmick of it. It's not a song I would want to listen to again, but you know, I get it. Doesn't really take away from the album experience. It's just kind of there. Hangin Tree, the last song on this part 1 before we get into part 2. Hangin Tree. Yep, alright, let's fucking go. What the hell is this? What is that sound? Alright, this is by far the least interesting track. Just the way he's singing is like losing me. Truly feels like he's doing a completely different song over this. I mean, at this point, I'm just waiting for this song to be over. This is, yeah. This is the least interesting track so far, and I would say that it was what I was afraid of for this album, but that even being said, like, a mediocre track on here still is really well produced and good to my ears. Like, even though I think that this track is kind of boring, there's still interesting, like, going on in there, keeping me engaged, you know, but his singing, swinging through the trees, in the breeze, whatever he's doing, like, there's something, I don't know what the hell he's saying. Yeah, I'm not in love with this track. Alright, well, that was Hangin Tree. I'm gonna give that the shrug. So far the score is 2 shrugs, 5 smiley faces. But this, good God, don't take that the wrong way though. This album so far is amazing. Like, I think that the first, like, 5 tracks here are just, like, phenomenal. Like, there's almost nothing to criticize. But that also makes me a little sad for some reason. And I was asking myself, like, Bradley, you know, this music's amazing. Why are you so upset? And maybe it's because it's just really good music. And maybe there's a dark side of me that wanted something to complain about. Maybe there's a side that's like, Bradley, there was nothing to talk about. Because there really isn't. Like, lyrics are great. Riffs are amazing. It's well produced. I'm like, yeah, it's good music. I feel like people can hear that and tell that for themselves. So where do I stand in all of this? And it makes me seem small and insignificant and sad. But that's not the album's fault, for sure. This is a great album so far. I think that it really started, I think 6 Shooter was a song that was a cute little gimmick for first time listening to this album that I never want to listen to again. And then Hangin Tree was just low-hanging fruit. Regardless, interesting. Very interesting. I'm liking this. Alright, you're gonna have to wait till part 2. But don't worry, I'm back to working regularly. Alright, I've gotten my place a little bit fixed up, a little bit cleaned up. So it's not gonna take another 2 weeks to get a part 2. Alright, I promise you that. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I got shirts, I got all this other shit. If you want to check that out, it would mean a lot to me. I'm going to have a membership coming up soon. I need some help with emotes, actually. If someone wants to message me and help me out with that, or they're looking for, like, a job, I'm looking for emotes, basically, for a membership. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Alright, see you guys in part 2.